Hey, go downtown. I mean, here in Memphis, where I live in Tennessee, go downtown. It's called Bill Street for a reason. It's a solid sex town. Now, Clarksville, Tennessee. I know
Where
right
you
where
want to
that
go?
is. But
One of our
yeah, in
teammates went.
Memphis, downtown Memphis is nothing but sex. You want sex? Go right there and you'll have a girl 2 seconds or a guy 2 seconds. But most of the women I like are from my church, so it makes it way easier. A little bit more of a thought pattern. Oh, I have no morals. I lost all that when the woman can have morals. Me, after I've gotten shot so many times, I have no morals. Welcome to Memphis, the home of the gang and violence. Oh, it's not just tags anymore. You'll see dead bodies everywhere. We don't have time to clean up the dead bodies that these gang members kill.
3, 2, 1.
God damn it, I gotta stop. Stop
I know
smoking.
you got the heart in you to win today.
It doesn't hurt that bad though.
Never mind what the clock says. Just use your skills.
But yeah, if you want to find a boyfriend or a good husband, go to church. So you don't believe in the married type, do you? What happened between y'all two? Sounds familiar. Mmm. He's that time of dick. Mmm. Hurt women? I don't drink. I don't drink. I just smoke and dip. I do drink energy drinks though. But I don't drink alcohol. I won't even drink New Year's. My friends called me the salt of the sea. Oh, I don't even do shots. I don't touch alcohol even if my life depended on that shit. As I tell people, I'll smoke weed, yes, but I won't ever drink. And some girls really find smoking weed offensive. I've never had weed make my breath smell that bad. No, I kiss my girl and she always tells me. Plus I get special stuff that's imported from California. Mainly Girl Scout cookie. What, you think I'm gonna go with Kush and purple and all that? I'm not that type of guy. I do a lot with T-Rex concentrates. They're really good marijuana. I heard that they have a new strain out, and I wouldn't mind trying that. I do have CBD oils in the cream version that Tennessee has allowed to be in all convenience stores and stuff. So, I do enjoy that. But yeah, I mean, this world has gotten way weirder, you know, with the younger crowd. Not saying anything. It would be located with a piggy bank over the top of it, or you can get one of the balloons. If you look at the icon, it has a little number under it. It will tell you the exact yardage and distance. Well, there should always be one closer, and if you actually loot chests, you can actually find balloons. If you're in the city, there's a tower near the middle of that area. There's a chest on the second floor, I believe, that actually will always have a balloon in it from whenever I played. But yeah. And that was a while ago that I played that game.
I already got one.
Do you have armor? Good. Two, one.
Think you've got what it takes?
Or 337 miles per hour. Nice. Yeah, it was a little slower that third round. The red circle is usually people that have so much money that you're in the area of it.
Oh, fuck you, bitch. I fucking stopped you. Like, and I had twice as much fucking ammo as he did too. I just lost 95 fucking $1,000. He ain't about to be.
What up, you? Glad y'all came out to the stream. Oh, I'm just streaming. Your game doesn't like you, girl. You just said you've been doing KD and all that.
Oh my fucking.
Yep.
We did have fucking 800,000 or more, and now we're down to fucking 521,000.
Alright, let's see what time I have to beat with this run. 11.2. Yeah, right. I should have gotten the Sonic version of this car. Alright, let's do it.
Don't be giving up. You're just getting started.
There's no absolute way of doing this that easily.
Are you?
You sound like you're getting tired. Hoorah! That hurt. Beer. There we go, get that. Yeah. So you cleaned out a filter? Nice. Too bad Amazon doesn't come and recycle them. Well, that's always nice. Ooh. Be careful, Alexa might be sending police by accident. No, one of my friends, he had Alexa attached to a phone, his Amazon account, and he did a 24-hour live stream on his thing. And sadly, he had it where it would speak. You know, whatever the comment was on the side, it would speak. This guy said, Alexa, pull up Amazon. Look up how much are inflatable dildos. And then he said, purchase 23 and have them delivered here. And the dude wakes up after that and he goes like, what happened last night? And next thing he knows, a couple of days later, has a box that arrives at his house from Amazon, and it's 23 inflatable dildos.
Oh my god.
He said, Alexa, what the frick are you thinking, girl? Are you that desperate? He said, well, he said, I can melt down the rubber at least. Yeah, that would be the best gift that you can give to a woman on a bachelorette party. Especially if they're married to a little twig that can't even put out. Okay. Just like my brother got married and I bought his girlfriend like 3 dildos. Because he could not put out worth a shit. Literally. When I saw her and then I looked over at him.
Hey, can you back up for a minute? I was gonna try and do something quick. Let's see, weapons.
And I thought it was the funniest thing, like, legit, she was in this sexy, like, halter top with almost skin-tight leather pants on. She was trying to get him aroused. And the funny thing was, my brother went inside after it. I said, if you were trying to get my brother aroused about that, good luck with that, sweetheart. He doesn't get aroused by anything. I've watched my brother literally look at nude women and never get aroused. He's looked at nude guys too. He doesn't get aroused. He's just like me. We don't get aroused for that crap. Like you may think a lot of guys do, well, probably most of them do. They think about sex 24/7. Me and my brother, we have never thought about sex. Uh, we we don't think about it at all. We say if it's gonna happen, it happens. If it doesn't, oh well. We don't need it in our lives that much.
Yeah,
I think
I'm ready. to go.
I think he's just jacking off right now.
No. I was sending a message to Jerm. He's like, I'm denying not being able to play. I'm like, well, I should have. I told you. I told you that you should have stayed at your house. He moved in with his woman, and
Wait, what? Germ moved in with his woman?
yeah.
That was a
Now
mistake.
now the internet's fucking shit.
Like I said, that was a mistake.
I told him you should have stayed.
I mean, literally, I think it was last week. No, it was the week before that when I got stuck down in Destin Beach, Florida. Because of all this, stay in the doors and all that stuff. I was staying with one of my females. And my kids were there too. We were out on the beach almost all that week. And she said, "Oh, you gotta go. My husband's coming home." I'm like, "Husband? Wait a minute. Husband? Girl, now I know you just didn't say that." She said, "Yeah, I am married." I'm like, "Where's all the photos of your husband? You could have just told me that in the first place. I would still be the same guy towards you. But you don't need to hide that stuff. It would actually make guys really want to knock you off it, if you know what I mean. Especially nowadays when guys are getting really offended by people. And then, so I got in the car. Since they released that ban on people, leaving areas, me and my kids hopped in the car, drove back to Memphis. And that's it. My kid said, "So when are we going to see her again? She treated us like she was our mother." I'm like, "Honey, she's married to another guy." Then my daughter said, "But you were doing it with her." I'm like, "Yes, honey, I know. I definitely know that now. I didn't know that she was married. Sometimes some women will play that joke on you. Let's just call it a joke." A really mean joke. Because that night before we were about to leave, I was about to propose to her. Ain't that the shit? But like I said, life is life whenever you look at it. But yeah, just don't ever get stuck. Knight, are you doing what you did with me and Germ that night, where you don't even go where your marker is?
I'm going where my marker is.
You're taking one of the weirdest paths, I guess, then, Knight.
I might be.
Knowing him, it is true. He takes the weirdest paths to the areas that you think. Two.
2, 1.
Forgot the parachute.
Oh, you're way the hell up there.
She was going to the marker that you marked.
I'm at the marker. Shit. Oh, I'm already being shot at. Oh, shit.
I've had the worst luck with women down here.
Oh my god.
And I mean, every time I try to get, you know, too close to women up here, they wind up married or they're seeing another guy besides me. He always does. He goes and joins somebody else's party or something like that. But yeah, that's how he always is. It gets annoying after a while, but... Yeah, why do you think a lot of people aren't his friend and doesn't play the same game as he plays? Because usually he does leave, like, if the game ain't going his way, he'll leave the party and leave the game. And then also PC and regular. So, I mean, you're basically dooming yourself in a sense. And then a lot of people say, oh, you got to get good at the game. It's not about how good you are. It's actually how well you play the game. But yeah, most of the girls around here, all they look at guys for is money. You're one of the rarities. Oh, it is a plus. Any guy that doesn't tell you it's a plus, they're stupid. And they're not one that wants, you know, they don't want a girl to be her own person. That's what I mean. And all the girls around here are, I hate to use this word to describe most of the females around here, but they're mainly bimbos. They don't want to think. They have guys that will tell them to do stuff and then they'll do it. That's why I say, me and my brother, we don't think about sex. We don't care whether the girl is, you know, all about, you know, our money or anything. We don't have money, so we don't give a fuck about that. I earn enough to live off of. I'm the same way as you. I do live paycheck to paycheck, but yet right now, since my job canned my ass, I have friends that have owed me money in the past, and then I go and say, hey, can you spot me 100? I know that you owe me more, but all I need is $100 so I can feed my kids. And most of my friends will definitely say, yeah, here. And they'll just hand out money like, take 1,000, take 2,000, it doesn't matter. And I'm like, okay. But most of the guys that I ran with a long time ago, they'll just literally, these guys are so rich that they have Lamborghinis right now in their garage that they haven't driven in almost 3 years. And their normal drive car is a Lamborghini. Think about that. Why? Well, I mean, I know, right? I keep thinking that myself. But yeah, my guy right down the street, he literally has a 2016 Lamborghini, a 2017 Lamborghini, a 2018 Lamborghini, and he just bought, just about a day ago, he bought a 2019 Lamborghini. And I went like this. Dude, when are you going to stop buying cars and start slowing down in life? He said, the day I die. I went like, that might be closer than you think. I mean, seriously, look at your health. Literally, he's balding. And he had 2 knee surgeries, a back disc replacement, and he had to have surgery on his kidney. He had a kidney failure. I said, it might be time for you to slow down a little. He said, not until I find the right girl. I'm like, and I tried to help him find the right girl. He said, I want a girl who doesn't want to work or any of that stuff. I'm like, I got about 1,000 numbers that you could call. They're gold diggers anyway. That's what I hate about the females around here. They're all gold diggers. I can't seem to find one that isn't. Down here, I wish it was 50-50. But it seems like all the guys have to do is work for the rest of their damn life to support their women that, you know, just want to have kids and then run off with some other dude and then leave that dude with child support, which I don't mind. But still, if I'm going to find a woman, I want to marry her for her, not her money, not for anything else, for the woman itself. You know, mind, you know, with marriage, it is mind, body, and soul, not money or not anything else. I could care less if she's got money or anything. Actually, hell. She could just be smart. She could be the most ugliest woman that you'll ever damn see. As long as she's smart as a whip, I could care less. As most of the guys probably up there are looking for is that trophy wife. Huh. I bet you've heard that terminology. Now I can't believe that one bit. And that's what makes you a trophy. You're natural. You ain't these fake little bimbos that want to be a full trophy. But you are a trophy still. But like I said, that's what actually makes you a trophy. All these other guys think trophies are, oh, big breast, big ass, you know, stuff like that. But, well, of course, thank God. But most of the girls around here, they ain't God given, they're surgeon given.
Three, two, one.
And you got a gamer girl going on for you, so that's a big plus in my book. That's our fun. And that's why I say most girls around here are way opposite of you. What gamer doesn't love kayaking? Oh God. You know the gamer girl called Sniper Wolf? Okay, she's a YouTuber. She's a gamer girl too. She actually had so much plastic surgery done. She looks like a frickin' blow-up doll. So I asked her one day, she was a neighbor of mine. I asked her one day, do you ever regret having all that surgery? And she said, every day of my damn life. Because so-called people were telling her that she looked ugly. Yeah. You know what?
Wheelchair service is available at today's event. Ask a volunteer for help.
No, but so here's the reason why she said everybody was calling her ugly. Because she didn't feel like that comfortable in her own skin. And she's been my neighbor ever since I was, you know, probably 5 years old. Oh, hell yeah. She was drop dead gorgeous. I don't think. And now, I can't even look at her straight to her face. Without, you know, without, like, the breast being in the way. That's how big she had got it. Like, these are not natural. At all. If you got her too close to a fire, she would melt. That's how much plastic surgery she's had. And ever since I was 13, I would say, she was always 1 year younger than me. I always told her how beautiful she looked every day. Because, I mean, hell, she was drop dead gorgeous. And everybody thought me and her, we were boyfriend, girlfriend, and I think even she thought it. So I was treating her with the respect that, you know, she needed. Her father was an alcoholic and very abusive towards any woman. So I spent the night one night over there with her and her mother. Her father took a golf club, was swinging it at her. I took it right to my rib. I grabbed that golf club, slugged him right in the face with it. He went down on the ground. I said, next time you want to lay a hand on these women, I'll cut every last inch of skin off your body. The police came and arrested me. Next thing I know is her mother took a shotgun and blew his head off. The dude was about to cut her face, cut her throat. I said, and you know what's funny? I got out of jail the very next day. I go over. They haven't cleaned it fully up. The body's still there. And I said, can I at least do one thing, please? So I have a dip in at that time anyway. I go up to him and I said, see your soul in hell, bitch. And I spit on his ass. I said, now you can take his damn soul to hell. Like, I'm not religious. I could care less where my soul goes. When I'm dead, I'm dead. And you know what the officer said is, man, you had so much hatred for this guy. I said, I wouldn't call it hatred. I wouldn't. I did have respect for the dude. Before he was an alcoholic. But after he started putting his hands on his wife and daughter, that's when the respect went right out that damn roof. The men around here know, do not touch women that way. Although maybe that's why everybody's scared of me around my neighborhood. Come to think of it. Oh well. I prefer being feared than being loved. The women love me. The guys really are scared of me. But yeah, after I would say when she hit about 20, I would say, she moved out of this area, moved in with a boyfriend that I didn't really feel fond of at that time. But she loved him, so I was alright with that. He put her hands on her in a way that I don't agree with. I told my mother and my father at that time, make sure she's comfy. She can stay here for the night. I'm going to go take care of something. So I get in my little Ford Ranger, drive over to her house, but it's really this dude's too. But the dude's name's not on the house, it was her name on the house. And I said, if you don't leave this house by tonight, you will be walking down to hell on your hands and knees, begging for forgiveness. And next thing I know, me and her, we both go over to the house the next day. And all of his things are gone. All of her stuff was still there. And she said, what did you tell him? I said, that's between me and God. Those are the only two people that need to know what I've told him. And you know, I don't like men hitting women. I feel really strongly about that. It's not right. Loving and affection. Oh yeah, I mean, it's really stupid. I mean, so-called men like that feed on the fear of the woman. And I hate to use it that terminology, but it is true. They feed on it. That exactly, so she won't even talk to another guy or any of that. Yeah, work on it. Okay, that's how he always gets people back and
Three.
doesn't that's how most guys are. I mean, shit. I've heard worse stories about what women do to guys,
You're gonna own the
especially
quarter
around
mile.
here. Well, around here, I mean. Around here, at least. That's good for you. No more abuses. Most of the women around here, they don't give a fuck about that shit. If oh yeah. I don't put up with that. I mean, if anybody wants to put a hand on a woman like that, be ready for the knife blade that I got for them. I don't put up with that bullshit. You want to say you love this girl? I didn't beat it this time. Oh, cool. No, I didn't beat it this time. Oh well. Probably, knowing him. He always does. I know. That that's him. That's him. I hate to say a dang word about that, but that's just him, literally. I've just learned to live with it. That's kind of why I say I feel sorry for his wife when he has one. He probably, you know what I bet he probably did? Was go over and join into another person's party Trust me. He never has made sense. He has never made really sense. I would hate that.
Take a look at this crowd.
He always does that. He's done that ever since I first met him. Usually he'll go, I'll go about 6 weeks without talking to him, and next thing I know, he's inviting me back, and he says, "Why haven't you been on lately?" I'm like, "I have."
3,
Yeah, and then he wonders why all those other girls that he's had as friends on here delete his ass for the friends thing. And I'm like this. It's because you don't treat them with the respect. I mean, you don't even bother to tell them that you're getting off or any of that shit. He never gives us. He never gives us any explanation.
Because now we can afford to replace parts that are broken instead of having me duct tape.
I always wonder why, and he never has an explanation. Well, I mean, me and you are a gamer, so we don't really have a problem with it. I always play all fucking
I
night.
can probably tweak the engine a bit more and squeeze a little extra performance out of her. Glad we're in a place where we can do that.
My job won't be open for a year, so. If my job even opened for that much, I'm not even getting disability, so this whole time I've been trying to survive off of what I've already made. Oh, I know. I pay my own rent, and I pay for my kids to go to school online. Yep, the whole 9 yards.
In the books. The better
The whole 9 yards.
The easier it is to set up the next one. And this one ran great.
How much do you make? Like $15 an hour? Like $15 an hour or something? Oh, you're lucky. My job only pays $15 an hour, if that much. Yeah, so Super Scopes. Wait, what? Damn.
Three, two,
Jesus Christ, girl.
1.
Damn. Okay, half that stuff you lost me. Yeah, I know you know a lot of shit. But damn.
Gonna need to swap out the timing chain on your engine. But you know what?
All that you were talking about?
Because now
I'm like, wait, what does that all mean? I mean,
Duct tape it back together.
I might be a little dumb-witted here, but... Okay, lab environment. Now that I understood.
I can probably tweak the engine a bit more and squeeze a little extra performance out of her. Glad we're in a place where we can do that.
Jesus. Damn. Damn. And what part was that again? Oh, I know all the parts of the car. Yeah. I have one of them in my truck right now.
One legit race in the books.
Well,
The better
there's...
each of these runs, the easier it is
there's-
to set up the next one. And this one ran.
I got a 12 gear. Which is not an ordinary gear shift, but... Well, I built this engine from the ground up. I wouldn't be surprised either. But I put all the parts in my vehicle to a real strenuous test. It's not just pulling with a hydraulic press, pressing with it. I put every single part through a real heavy duty situations. Extreme heat, extreme cold. Like this truck could go through negative 250 degree temperatures. And nothing will fail on it. Not even the gas pipes. That sounds dirty when you said wet heat. But yeah, I've submerged my truck in water over the roof of the damn thing. And it still can run perfectly fine. Although the driver might need a scuba tank, but it still holds up. But yeah, I mean, I've put my truck through a lot worse scenarios than any tester could ever do to it. It's like an acid mix, I think. Yeah. Well, if I do have any of those, I'm grateful that someone actually is testing it before I test them. Oh, hell yeah. That's why I don't ever use Chrysler or them. I've been a Ford guy all my life. Right now in my backyard, I have about 4 Ford Eddie Bauer edition of the Ford Explorer that I'm rebuilding from the ground up. I just love building, you know, Fords, and actually I think I do have one What was that one? Oh, shoot. Oh man, I love Ford Thunderbirds. They're one of the best vehicles that you could actually buy right now. But they're so damn expensive too. My brother, he just purchased a Ford F-850. Dude, girl.
3, 2,
Oh man, I love those F-250s. Yeah, no joke. Anything with the knees.
Gonna need to swap out the timing chain on your engine. But you know what? That's okay.
Right now, this truck, when I first bought, you know, everything for it, it was actually fully assembled. The original truck that I bought, it had over 450,000 miles. Still ran beautifully, mind you. I had to, and all it really needed, if I wanted it to be like a base model of a vehicle, is new brakes and new tires, and then it was good to go. But I wanted it to be fully upgraded. So I literally fully upgraded it. It makes every house in my neighborhood shake when I rev it. So, but yeah. And when I take headers are amazing.
The better each of these runs, the easier it is to set up the next one. And this one,
although I would much rather have, if I could purchase any car in this world, I would purchase the damn Firebird. Yeah. My friend just sold his. Yeah. Oh my god. And it was the most popular color of them all. That's my friend's. Although his was a convertible. Well, I don't think it originated as a convertible. I think he had work done to make it a convertible. Damn, girl. Oh god. Dodge Magnums are one of the top-notch cars. You really want to see a station wagon, go to Volvo. They have a real old station wagon.
1.
I used to drive a 1995 Nissan Maxima. Black on black.
gonna need to swap out the timing chain on your engine.
I would,
But you know what?
if I still
That's
had that
okay,
car, I
because
sold it
now
for
we can afford to replace
about
parts that are
12,000.
broken instead
I
of
sold
having
that
to
one
duct tape them
for.
back together.
I would have actually put a new engine in it and then upgraded it for street racing. Yeah, definitely do that. It makes a way bigger difference.
I can probably tweak the engine a bit more and squeeze a little extra performance out of her. Glad we're in a place where we can do that.
Jeez, you have less miles than my damn Maxima had. I mean, my Maxima had almost 650,000. But that was because I was driving it from Memphis to New York City and then back. At least 6 times a week.
One legit race in the books. The better each of these runs, the easier it is to set up the next one. And this one ran great.
Yeah, I mean, if I had the choice to redo a lot of things,
Get ready for an all-new episode
I would have-
of the Live Extreme Series.
I would have
Available now.
Wasn't so long
definitely
ago that we got our
went
shot to
from-
race against the pros. Now, Live
I would have
wants
had
us
business
to be the
partners
pros
that lived
the
over
hotshot
in
newcomers wanna take
Alaska and...
down. I'd say we've done good.
No,
Now,
not
let's
Alaska
go to
because I already do.
Pinot Turf.
Down in Florida and Arkansas, that area. But I have a lot of business partners where I have to travel all over. Just because of that. Last week I went to Australia, China, and then
Wow. You're so famous now, there's not a race in the world that wouldn't invite you. But keep winning, and fame will keep
well, the
coming.
funny thing
You
is,
know what comes with fame? Followers.
before all the corona crap, literally I had to travel to... First I was in Australia to visit a company there that was about to go bankrupt over there. And they closed the borders down, so I couldn't visit them at all. So instead I went fishing for a couple days there. And then I went up to Japan instead of China. I had to transition from Japan to China, but since they cut the airport from going to China off, so I stayed with a friend there. And then from Japan I went over to London to visit with a company. I stayed there for at least a couple days. And then from London to California, then from California back to Memphis. All within 2 weeks. And I told a supervisor when I got back, I said, dude, next time I do that, smack me on my head. Because I ain't doing that shit again. And they all cussed me out when I got back. They went like, why the hell did you do all that crap? I said, don't ask me. I was trying to get more, more materials for us to use. Since my job mainly is dealing with the issues of businesses closing anyway. Sounds familiar. Let's see. Sorry, that was pretty funny. You've never camped that hard in your life. Who doesn't? Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, it happens all the time. I want that, I think. But yeah, I mean, I used to have a whole group of kids on here, and I would play with them, yeah, at least once every 2 weeks because they had school and stuff. I literally, I could not play with them anymore because they started cussing each other out and stuff like that. I said, you know what? Find somebody who will put up with the bull crap. So I just defriended the whole lot of them. I deleted the whole bunch of them. No joke. My children don't cuss. Well, I would say my oldest does sometimes. I think my oldest one does cuss, but my girls do not cuss. And I know that they don't cuss because, well, one already fucks her boyfriend all the time, and the other one is always, right beside either me or my parents, so I know she ain't cussing. So I'm always like, yeah, I don't think I will have to worry about her. Hopefully. I mean, I literally don't have to worry about any of my kids. It's just the fact that, my son, since he's at the age that I was when I first started cussing like a sailor, it's like I'm not even worried about him. Oh, I mean, I don't cuss around my kids. Oh, I could care less about my boss. I'll cuss his ass out in 2 seconds flat. Oh, I mean, my boss, if I'm not cussing at him, he thinks there's something wrong. I have never met a boss that I've liked. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and now, yeah. Well, hey, I mean, I've never had a boss I like, and even my boss has known that because I've been in this job situation for, I would say, I've been in it since I turned 13. I've been doing the same shit day in, day out. Right after school, I was working. Actually, even while I was going to high school, I was working. I was working my butt off. I've been working my butt off ever since I was 13, so. I had my own house when I reached 18. But ask them how much debt they had to come by. Well, of course. I just love how you just said that. He, both of them aren't smart. If they're using a settlement or their parents have paid for their place, I can't say that they're smart. Well, here's the thing. My parents are both 80 and actually my dad's 80, my mother is 65, and they both don't. My friend's parents were exactly 50, and I think the mother was 50 and the father was about 60, but they both worked their asses off ever since they were 13. And they bought their houses. Both of them have separate houses that they've been living in ever since they were 18, I believe. Uh, well, I thought about buying a home because my 39-year-old brother, he worked at a liquor store. Now he's working at a bike shop where he's fixing up bicycles. Uh, he was a real big heavy metal and goth guy when no joke. He was a full goth. He was a full goth. I mean, this guy was Satan worshipping and all that bullshit. He made my parents almost die back then. So I had to grow up when I was really young. He's kind of come out of that phase, but he's kind of, I said. He's not fully out of that phase just yet. But he does live on his own, and He's still, I really do hate saying it, but he has come to his own in a sense. And I'm hoping he stays out of my hair for the rest of my damn life. Because he was a daddy's boy, where he got everything that he wanted. My dad always gave him, you know, $1,000 a week. Ugh. Kind of makes you sick just thinking about it. And I went like, I'm not daddy's boy, I'm not mama's boy. I need to get out of this damn house before I go insane. That was when I was 13. So I was working my ass off until I reached 19. And then I bought my own place with it. On cell phone or on PlayStation? Oh. Hey, at least you got a friend somewhere in this world at 1 o'clock in the morning. That's drag. That's hyper. I don't want airspeed. I want to see what that one is right below you, though. Street race. Drift. Street bike. Let's see, is there any more drag racing? Yes, there is. Salt flat drag. Yeah. But yeah. Most of my friends are either drug addicts. Or alcoholics. That's how most of my old friends from high school. I got rid of all my high school friends and everything. And one of my high school friends is now a female.
3, 2,
Mm-hmm.
1.
Yeah. Think about that. That's what happened to my guy from high school. He wasn't feminine at all. No. He was big, fat guy. I mean, and me and my other friends, we would always say, man, he would make an ugly woman. I mean, literally. This guy weighed about 350 pounds. Think about that. 350 pounds? Oh, yeah. Not a beautiful sight on a woman. And he sent me a picture of what he looks like now. Talk about a bimbo. I didn't even think that they could make breasts that big. Try a XXX size. I haven't either. They look like, you know, those gigantic beach balls that you'll see at some parties sometimes? That's how big those are. And he had ass implants too. That almost made me vomit even worse. And his his
Trying to get us
husband,
to go legit because if we're not running legal, people are going to get hurt.
his
Too many problems.
husband
Tickets,
went like,
jail time, unpleasant discussions with law
said,
enforcement officials.
yeah, I
and that's
wish he
before
didn't
you
go
start
that big
talking
on the
about
ass implants. I'm
So
like,
go with instead of go against is what I'm
why did
thinking.
he even do all that
Hopefully That's
bullshit?
what you're thinking too.
He went like, he just didn't feel comfortable in his skin. I went like, okay. I can't say much. And his boyfriend said, why don't you talk some sense into him? I went like, I'm not gay, so I don't know why you keep on calling me. And you know what his boyfriend said? I thought maybe you could talk some damn sense into him. I said, he's your girlfriend, not mine. Yeah, no joke. And he said, yeah, but you were his best friend in high school. I said, the key word there, was his best friend.
1.
And it wasn't a she back when I knew him. And I vomited right when I first found out. And boy, did I vomit. Because this dude, I knew him in high school and we had sleepovers, you know, he always hung out with me and my family and stuff like that. You know, normal kid stuff. We always had parties, stuff like that. And when I found out that he was gay and he was a transvestite, I was like, oh fuck no. But before I told him anything, I went to his father and I said, I don't feel comfortable having your son over here anymore. And he's like, I don't feel comfortable even having my own son living at my own house. I'm like, well now, there's something that we gotta do about that then. Let's not. I mean, I was already grossed out, but I know. I'm stopping talking about it for damn sure. Don't make the same mistakes twice. Yeah, love is easy when you get... and then they make you feel like trash. You know what I always say? You love somebody enough, you will know it. You hate somebody enough, then you better start loving that person, because they'll always treat you right. And I know that's a confusing statement, but in my life, I've wound up realizing you always gotta face the disappointments in life with a sunny outlook on it. Especially with me. Nobody wants to be lonely. The thing is, nobody wants to be alone. There's always somebody who wants to be with a person. You just gotta find the right person for you. Then why don't you change it? Well, all you got to do is take time. Say you take a vacation, go someplace else for a couple days or a week, something like that.
3, 2,
And
1.
hey, pretty much. And find somebody who cares about you and cares about everything. Go to another state, I would say. Do what I did. I went to all over the damn USA to find girlfriends. Or find a girl that would actually suit me. Still haven't found her. The only one that I did really care about, well, she's dead, so. Oh yeah. Hey, at least it's not like what happened with Reaper. No, because one night I was in a match with Reaper here, and he was getting owned every time he would jump out of that damn plane. He landed, he would get killed. He kept raging, and then he said, "Fuck this game. I'm done for the night. And he didn't say he was out. He said, "I'm just gonna keep playing, and let's go play some TDM after this." I said, "Okay, man." It was on Call of Duty 4. You know, Black Ops 4. Mine? Real name or gamer tag? Oh, mine's William. What a beautiful name. Oh, Lord. Not that reference again. Are you blind? You know Annie was blind too. Oh, okay. I was thinking you were mean Annie from yeah, you can. They do. Well, I mean, one of my good friends who's blind, he plays Call of Duty, and he's damn good at it too. He's actually 10 times better than me in most of the video games I've played with him. I don't either. Literally, in my what I've learned from him, I can't understand how he does, video games. But yet, even sounds on a lot of these video games are masked by other sounds on the game. So I honestly don't understand half the stuff he does on these games. And it makes me ponder what is life a lot of times. Literally, I sit here most nights. I mean, on no, I mean on Black Ops 4, his highest kills, he went one match with 29 kills to 0 deaths. And he's done 30-0. And I'm like, how the hell do you play this game? You're blind. In a literal terminology. You know, wait, you've been on your own since you were 15. Well, that damn, girl, you move fast. How did that end up? 13 long years, from what it sounds like. Jeez. Sounds like a paradise city in a sense. Besides all the beating and all that shit. But most women can't say that nowadays. My girl, if she was still alive, she could say it. Hey, at least neither one of you is dead. At least he didn't kill you. That's for damn sure. That's what I meant. Someone's always looking out for you. There's not any time that you need to feel like you're alone. There's always going to be somebody looking out for you. Hmm. What happened? Mm-hmm. So you got, and you know I'm not really that religious, but God puts people in your life that you need. Trust me, we all do. We all do. When we're a kid, we do whatever we're told. So, and then when we grow up and we start becoming a little bit wiser, we start realizing. I would say when I was about 16, I studied every religion. I wanted a better understanding of every religion. Hmm? Atheists. Mm, yes, that is right. Atheist does not believe that there's a higher God than themselves. It's true. But they do believe in the same thing. They do believe that there is something after death. But they don't believe that there was a higher power. They believe that humans were power. Exactly. Science is the only true belief, in a sense. Without science, we wouldn't have had the knowledge of anything. And as I look at every single religion that I've studied, from Satanism, Christianity, Catholic, Jewish, Buddhist, Muslim, and all of these, they all believe in so many sorts of the same damn thing. You could categorize them in all the same thing as believing that there is a God. There's something in a higher universe. Me, I don't believe in anything. I believe in the Nordic teachings. I believe in the Nordic teaching, though. Zeus, Athena, our souls are given back to Mother Nature itself. All their teachings is bullshit. All that strictness and all that bullshit, trust me. Ugh. All the bullshit that shouldn't have been needed. that's the thing that I think is funny. You know, as kids we do stuff that is expected of us. But then as you grow older, you start realizing that why the fuck did we do that shit? I know my kids had asked me, Dad, why do we have to go to church and all that? I said, kids, it's just the rite of passage. We all have to do it sometime. Whether we believe or not, it don't matter. You still do it because loved ones love it. And you know, this one preacher actually made sense to me back in the day that turned me off of all religion. He said this: if God wanted us all to be the same and all worship the same, he wouldn't have created us all different. I'm like, well, you are a man of God yourself, but you preach like you're a man that doesn't believe in anything. He said, whether you believe or not, it doesn't matter. As long as you can keep your faith in yourself, that's it. That's all you got to worry about. You're one of a kind, then. You're one of a kind, then, girl. You know, a long time ago I had the same thought pattern as you. You know, I believed in kindness and all that. And I always thought, you know, maybe my kindness would show up and maybe people would change and being more kind to people. But here's the problem. As much as I tried to help people, you know, I would give my shirt off to anybody who needed a shirt or clothing or food, shelter, whatever it may be. After I started seeing the world for what it really was, after traveling to a lot of the places I traveled, I looked at it and I say, man, death would be happiness. It would be. Because, oh, I love my life too. Don't get me wrong when I say that. Hey, lucky you. Lucky you actually found somebody who's... Because ever since I left home at that young age, all I find, you know, every day that I walk out of this house, I find drug dealers, drug users, pretty much everything. And I'm like, this world can't be this. And then I travel to other countries and I'm looking at their country and it's the exact same shit. And I'm like, what is this world really? And don't get me wrong, Japan is nice and all, but Japan has a big sex problem. No, I walked into this one It was a kind of like a bar slash karaoke type style. The waitress, she couldn't have been older than maybe 16, 15. Yeah. And she was having sex with these 60 and 50-year-olds. I was like, what the fuck is wrong with this? Never mind. And I told my friend that I was with, I said, you can stay all you want. I'm going back to the hotel and sleeping. I went back to the hotel. This young girl who was the counter girl at this hotel said, do you need me to call you any sex partners? I'm like, no. I'm going to sleep now, and I'll believe that you did not say that. Yeah, I went like, no, I'm good. My friend actually married a girl there, and guess how old she was? 8 years old. He didn't marry her there. He brought her back to the U.S., adopted her as his daughter. And he's been raising her ever since, and he's adopted probably 13 kids from there. 13 young girls. No, he doesn't traffic them. Oh yeah, that. Well, if you look at America, how much sex trafficking comes here from everywhere else, and then how many American girls go down to Mexico, get sex trafficked down to there. You know the topic is, why does any, and it doesn't just affect men in that sense. There are females that do the same damn thing to guys. Oh God. Although I enjoyed high school because of that. I mean, I did have sex with my English teacher. Although she was only like 32 and I was 28 at the time, so it really wasn't that absurd. I didn't look at it that way. I mean, I did care about her, and me and her, we did live together at some time, so I didn't have a problem with it. I was fixing to marry her, but then she found another guy, and we broke up and all that stuff. But yeah, I mean, my principal didn't really mind as long as we weren't, sexually active towards each other or showing that affection towards each other when we were at school. So I said I didn't have a problem with that. I was kind of a principal's pet in a sense. I hate to say that, but it's true. But yeah, my high school, literally, if it wasn't drugs, it was sex. It was a sex-driven school, I would say.
3, 2, 1.
But yeah, your question was, why do guys want to have sex with younger girls? children, I don't understand that. I don't understand it, literally. I'm same as you, I don't understand it. But
A little more gas, a little less hesitation, and you'll be fine.
you know, I always think about it this way. Maybe the guy is desperate enough to do it. It makes me really sick whenever I hear that because I think of my daughters. No, I think of my daughters whenever I think somebody's really gonna have sex with their age group girls. You know, that's older. It's gross. I think my very first person I've ever had sex with was my wife at the time. Or fiance, if it can be wife, but she died of natural causes, so-called. She had kidney failure. She was a drug addict too. Which at the time I did not know. I don't blame you. I know I'm boring. Hey. Trust me. Right now, where I live, it is 12:34 p.m. or a.m. I can't ever tell anymore. Yep. Wow. I had a friend who moved to Quebec, Canada. And she said, you know what, you should move up here too. I'm like, why would I want to do that? She said, no, she went like this. So me and you could get married. I'm like, wait, what? Don't you think that's a little fast, girl? I mean, my girl just died and I have 3 kids.
2, 1.
She's like, well, up here the government takes care of everything. I'm like, and that's the point why I'm not gonna move up there. I mean, I paid for my health care here, so why would I pay about not 6. I would say about $900 a month. Plus I have my 3 kids, so lucky for me, I guess. Yeah, raise the spirits. More like raise the dead if you can. Yeah, but it's getting the stupid people out of the way. No, it's not overpopulation, it's just over stupidity. You know, I don't look at the infected. I don't even look at the... But here, the thing I look at with this disease is it's just another trial. That's the Chinese biochemistry. Well, the thing I look at with this disease is it's gonna make everybody go insane because A, places are not being reopened and stuff. People aren't doing what they used to. Hey, at least you don't have kids at home or else you'll lose your mind a lot faster. You know how many nights I try to sleep and think, oh wait, I have in the morning, I have to go get food for the kids. It's not just me here anymore. I love my kids though, but I I can't wait for them to go back to school. So I can at least get one night or one day alone. I don't care if my job ever goes back to working. All I need is just one fucking day alone in the house by my damn self. So all I have to focus on is video gaming and doing things I like doing. Because I love my kids and all, but this COVID has made me want to just strangle them. Because my oldest daughter, her boyfriend's been staying here because he got stuck here when they closed, you know, stay at home, lockdown bullshit. So he's been here ever since it locked down, and they've been fucking non-stop. I wouldn't be surprised that if she gets pregnant before she even hits the age of 13. Hell. I mean, hell. I've tried to scare this fool off. He doesn't scare. Because his father was an alcoholic. His mother was a drug addict. I'm like, come on over. Don't worry about it, dude. As long as you ain't gonna be a drug addict and an alcoholic when you grow up, I don't give a fuck. Literally. Hey, she wants to fuck? Let her fuck. Shit, I'm not a mother. I'm not a wife. I'm a fucking father that I've raised these 3 girls by my damn self. Did not have my grandparents at the time. They just moved to Memphis no more than about 3 weeks ago. I've been raising them ever since I had them. I've been working one full job, and then I had to take up a waiting tables job just to make ends meet at the end of the week. So I'm like, might as well have, at least the boy has a job now. And actually he's 11, I think, now. But he's allowed to work. He works for my next door neighbor, doing yard work and stuff like that. But I'm keeping him out of his own house because his father's abusive. His mother's a drug addict who, one day I found out that she tried to get her son, who was 10 years old at the time, to try drugs. So I'm like, I'd much rather him be here than him being at his own house. At least he's getting an education that I'm paying for. Yeah, literally, I'm paying for 4 kids and one of them ain't even mine. Try doing that. Exactly, a lot of people wouldn't do that. So basically, I do have 4 kids. In a sense. One of them ain't even mine. And it ain't even my own wife's. My old wife's. So yeah, I do have a lot on my plate, but I wouldn't change it for the world. Actually, I wouldn't even change it for anything. Tell you the truth. But although the only thing I would change my life for is a grave and a damn tombstone. That's all. But yet, as you said, why do I allow it to happen? It's gonna happen whether I stop it or not. Simple. Hell. And at least they're safe doing it. And at least they both understand why it's a bad thing to be doing it. And I have explained all this, the birds and the bees to these two, because I already knew that they were doing it before that. I mean, if I had caught in it earlier, I would have just said no to it, and I would have been angry about it, but hell. I was working like a dead-end job, not making much, and he helped out pay rent too, so by helping neighbors and mowing yards and stuff like that, so like he was doing me a favor and I was doing him a favor, so we were both helping each other out. Hey, at least he's got a wife. Hell, I mean, at least he's gonna have a wife when they grow up. And at least she'll have a husband that I can trust. So and I do approve of him anyway, so most parents can't say that they approve of their kids' life choices anyway, but hell. I can at least say that I approve of my daughter and her boyfriend's choices. Oh, I've been seeing too damn long. First time I can say that in a while. Hmm. Damn. I always tell people that. They always laugh. Hey, you do it. True. And watch out for those COVID-19 sex addicts. They're one wild ride. No, it's true. My brother said, you know what, I wish I had a girlfriend that stayed with me through this COVID. Because we wouldn't stop fucking. We wouldn't stop fucking until it was all done with. I'm like, damn, dude. I didn't know you were a sex fiend like that. He said I usually am not like that, and I mean, I could care less about fucking. Even now. I mean, I enjoy it if, you know, if I'm high as a damn kite on marijuana. But that's the only time I enjoy it.
2, 1.
You think you can keep that up?
Yeah. I mean, hell. I don't get hard anymore for anything. And trust me, I've taken pills for that. Like I've taught all my girlfriends, you better not be dating me and thinking I'm gonna get hard, because I ain't gonna be hard for nothing. And they've always told me, oh, that's sad. I'm like, is it really though? If you could call that a plus, most of the girls I've dated, they don't like it. So well, I don't use teeth. I only use tongue. And plus I can make a girl come in almost, I think it was like in almost a few minutes of doing it, where they were ready to stop having sex. Yeah. What's the problem?
Just a quick reminder. When you're in a crew and in the air, you'll get more followers by flying in a formation.
You're gonna be yawning for a while. I can already tell. Yeah. Sounds like fun. Mm. What is she doing? Mm. You sound just like what I was. That was so funny timing. Yep. Pika-you a peekaboo.
Stay focused. Tuck is running this race.
Wait, what? About what? Go for it. You should be more worried if he's washing down below. Used to be. Used. Hey, little nerd types might impress you sometime.
Now, I don't like him, but the man can ride. If he's not ahead of you, he's right behind you. And he won't hand you the win. You'll have to fight for it.
Oof. That's always the point of the, you know, love life that you can't handle. Especially since I have, you know, bad histories of picking women with drug addictions. That is meth. That's a defect of meth. What? Because he probably was. I he fell in with the wrong crowd, more like it. Oh, that's no joke. He probably did fall in with it. He's a damn drug dealer. Yeah, he might be a friend just because you're buying fucking shit off him. Oh, well. Yeah, that's just a nigger using. But that's normal. That's not just meth. That's